everyone, welcome to Canada Stories. I thank you all for coming back to my channel again and I hope you all are doing amazing in your lives. As you must have seen the thumbnail, today's video is going to be about the essential things that you need to pack before moving to Canada. There are like a dozen videos out on YouTube, but honestly guys, I wasn't able to find a good video that gave out all the necessary information about what needs to be packed and what can be left out. I've been here in Canada for a while guys, for close to a year, and I think I have a fair knowledge about the things that are expensive in Canada which could be affordable in your home country, but you fail to pack them thinking you could buy it here. I did this mistake guys because I didn't know which is expensive and a must-have item that needs to be packed. Instead, I ended up packing all other items that could be easily bought at a dollar store. Just so you know guys, dollar store is a place where you get most of the items at less than $4. So what's the agenda in today's video? I'm going to keep this video brief but comprehensive. So there are just two agendas in today's video. So the first agenda of today's video is essential things that you need to get. We'll be touching base on the personal hygiene, then electronics, etc. What I've done here is I have classified these items based on the basic requirements so that it's kept simple and easy for you to understand. And the second agenda of today's video is things you need not get because these can be easily bought here. This is going to be an interesting video guys, so make sure you stick until the end of the video. Without further ado, let's begin. So guys, I'm aware of this phase, packing and moving your entire stuff to Canada is so confusing. I was extremely anxious while I was packing because I started packing at the last moment. We were so busy meeting up with our friends and relatives and bidding our goodbyes that we put off our packing plan to the end, which I would highly not recommend you guys to do. So guys, one tip here is please start your packing at least 10 to 15 days prior to moving to Canada. So guys, let's get started with our first agenda of the video, which is things you need to carry to Canada. Like mentioned earlier, I have made this classification based on the basic requirements, which are 1 is the document, 2 is the clothing, 3 is the medicine, 4th is the food, 5th is utensils, 6th is cosmetics, 7th is your personal hygiene, and 8th is your electronics. Let's discuss about the first category, which is documents. I'm assuming that you guys will be packing all the important documents like your flight tickets, passport, ITA documents, COPR, academic mark sheets, and your proof of funds. Apart from these important documents, few other important documents that you should be including are the DL extract along with the driving license. Guys, please note that you need to provide your DL extract in case you want to get your G license faster in Canada. Next in the list guys is that you need to have a private health insurance in place. I would suggest you guys to go with the Canadian private health insurance instead of a private health insurance from your home country. I say this out of my experience guys because there was a medical emergency in the second month of my landing and I wasn't able to claim, in spite of me making multiple phone calls, complaining, and even writing mails to them. This is my personal experience guys, and take it as a grain of salt. I want you guys to do your research to avoid such bad experiences. This is like a ground rule guys that you need to have a private health insurance depending on the province you land in, because there is a certain waiting time for every province. However, due to the current pandemic situation, few provinces have relaxed with the waiting period. Like for example, Ontario has waived the 3 months of waiting period provided you meet the eligibility. Anyways, this is not a video about OHIP, so I'm not going to deep dive. Let's quickly move on to our next essential. Next in the list is regarding the jewellery guys. You need to declare them at the customs at the very first time you're landing at the airport. You need to declare the jewellery you're carrying and the jewellery that's going to follow in the future at the customs. So what you need to do is you need to get your jewellery evaluated from a jeweler. So basically you will be getting a written insurance evaluation from a jeweler and then you're going to have it stamped And make sure you include the photographs of your jewelry as well. Last but not the least under this category, guys, make sure you keep photocopies of every document you're getting. And also, don't forget to keep your resumes ready and a good set of photocopies of your resumes as well. Now that we have discussed about the documents we need to get, let's move on to our next category, which is clothing. Guys, I highly recommend you not to buy any new clothes because clothes are affordable here. Most of the time there's going to be sale in the store where you can get your clothes at a much cheaper price. Having said that, what you need to get under this clothing category is bring only those clothes that you look fabulous in and you don't want to leave behind. And I'm assuming that you're not going to buy the clothes for at least the first 3 months. So get only the basic stuffs that you require for these 3 months. In addition to it, ensure that you keep your formal wear in case your interview demands and a pair of traditional dresses as well. If you're landing in the winters, make sure to have 2 sets of thermals and also have a basic jacket so that you don't get cold as soon as you land in the airport. But have this jacket only for emergency purpose, guys. I would recommend you guys to buy the winter jackets here in Canada because here you get the jackets suitable for the Canadian weather. Next on the list is get 2 bed sheets and pillowcases because bed sheets are expensive in Canada. Lingeries are also expensive here, so don't forget to keep a couple of them. Next on the list is footwear. I think 3 pairs of footwear should be sufficient because it's affordable here and you get it in places like Winners, Marshalls, etc. So keep a formal footwear, a runner and a home footwear. Next on the list is spectacles and lenses. So keep a pair of spectacles and lenses as well because they are also expensive here. So guys, this was a brief list in the clothing section. Let's move on to our next category, which is medicine. Guys, medicine is super important, I must say. And I'm someone who is used to popping medicines if I have a fever or a headache. And if you're someone like me, I would say just keep your medicine along with your prescription. Don't forget your prescription. Also keep your N95 masks and also the sanitizer in case you're traveling in these pandemic times. Swiftly moving on to our next category, which is food. To help yourself for the initial few days, make sure you get some raw materials with you like a bit of pulses, bit of rice, etc. So I'm telling you this because it'll take some time for you to get to know about your locality or the store that are present near you. So if you get a bit of everything, it wouldn't be a problem, at least for the initial few days. Not to forget, guys, get your spices along with you because the spices that you get here are a bit mellow in flavor. And also, if you're a tea lover like me, then I would say please pack it along with you because tea is slightly expensive here. If you're quarantining after landing in Canada, it's good to have few ready to eat packets along with you. And at some point in time, if you have an Indian food craving, these ready to eat packets will help you. Don't forget to add your Maggi packets too and ensure that your food items are double packed to prevent spillage. Now that we have talked all about food, let's move into our next category, which is utensils. Get only the basic cutlery, guys, like 2 spoons, forks, knives, then bowls, glasses and plates as well. Also include the grater and the sieve, a rolling board, a rolling pin, and pressure cookers are costly here, so make sure you get your pressure cookers along with you. And also you need to have extra pair of pressure cooker gaskets. Add a tawa and a heavy bottom pan to this list as well. Guys, please note that the cookware that you're bringing should be compatible with the induction heating. And if you're from the southern part of India like me, please have your steaming cookwares in place like your idli stand. And I know it's going to occupy a bit of your space, but guys, please know that it's expensive here and is an unnecessary cost. Now that we have talked about food, utensils, let's move on to our next category, which is cosmetics. I'm very happy to talk about it all day, guys. Anyways, get the stuffs that you routinely use. So if it's a global brand that you're using, then it won't make much difference in terms of cost. So I would recommend not to purchase extras. In fact, you get much varieties here if it's a global brand. Next important thing is if you have a skin condition, I would suggest you guys to go ahead and visit your doctor and get your skincare in place because it's a new country and the weather is going to be very different. You might end up with a flaky skin or even with a breakout. I'm telling you this because this happened with me. I have an oily skin, and when I moved here, my skin turned out to be chappy and it took a very long time to get back to its normal state. So, I would recommend you to go ahead, visit your doctor and get your skincare in place. Another important factor is you are going to witness a lot of hair fall. So, if there is any special oil that you're using, I recommend you get a couple of them and make sure it is double packed, else it's going to be a mess. After talking about cosmetics, let's move on to our next category, which is personal hygiene. Okay guys, some of you might find this silly, but I feel it is super important. So make sure you keep your basic toiletries. Also, sanitary napkins are slightly towards the expensive side, so I recommend you guys to keep a couple of packets along with you, assuming that you're going to be on a budget for the initial few months. Things like waxing can be pushed off. So instead you can get your epilators, tweezers, trimmers, etc. provided they support a dual voltage. Most of the international brands do, so make sure you're getting these things that support the dual voltage. Let's jump into our last category, which is electronics. If you have a laptop, carry it with you, and of course you're going to have a mobile phone, carry it along with you. But if you want to buy a laptop or a phone just for the sake of using it here in Canada, then I would recommend you to come here and buy it. Buy at least 2 universal adapters and portable chargers. It's very important that you get it, guys, because the ports are different here. Get extra data cable, guys, because they are super expensive here, and same applies to the mobile phone screen guard. They are expensive as well, so make sure you get a couple of them. So guys, this was all about the things that you need to carry. Let's quickly jump on to our second agenda of the video, which is things you need not get, thereby saving some space in your suitcase. 1. Don't buy winter jackets from your home country unless you belong to a cold country and you know how to dress up for your winters. Second, same applies to your winter shoes as well. I recommend you to come here and buy your winter jackets and your winter shoes. Point number 3, clothing. Don't overdo with your clothing, guys. Get only the basic stuffs that you require for the initial 3 months. 4th, iron box, hair dryer, straightener, curler, food processor, mixie, basically electronics is a big no-no. And 5th, blankets. Don't get blanket, guys, because 1, it eats up a lot of space, and 2, blankets are affordable in Canada, so you can buy it here. So guys, I have listed down the items based on my experience. I might have missed on a few, so feel free to add them up in the comment section below so that it would help other people as well. Also guys, you can check out my other videos as well. They are interesting too. And you can follow me on my Instagram as well. I'll leave the link in the description box below. That's all I have in today's video for you guys. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe to my channel, Canada Stories. Until next video, love you guys. Bye bye.